What's up, guys? So it's 70 plus degrees here in Arkansas and it's feeling really nice after the cold of winter, and I know we're gonna have some more winter, but it's feeling like shooting season again. So I wanted to take an opportunity to make a video that can hopefully help you prepare for the next or the rest of this shooting season. I say the next because it's kind of, you know, almost like a break between shooting seasons, if you will, with all the cold weather, but really it's the same ATA shooting season. So this video is going to be about the few things you can do to help yourself be a better shooter coming out of the off season and going into the main heart of the next ATA season, if you will. And the first thing that I want you to do is to take this thing right here and make sure it still fits. So you want to take your gun, mount it a few times, take it to the pattern board, make sure that it still fits, because you know, we gain weight, we lose weight, we work out more, we work out less. If you're young, you grow, you know, all of these different variables that can happen, that can change over the matter of a few weeks and for sure a few months of a ATA off season. So you want to make sure that your gun still fits you perfectly before you go into the next part of the season. The next thing you need to do to make sure that you're ready for success over the rest of this ATA season is to simply review. So I want you to sit down and to think about what you did well over 2018, that calendar year. I want you to think about what you did well shooting wise in that year. So when you were successful, what did you do that made you successful? When you were unsuccessful, what could you have done a little bit better that would have made you be successful? What patterns did you find that, hey, I am kind of not so good in this area? Maybe you pick your head up too much, that's mine. Maybe you shoot too fast, that's mine as well. But maybe you do other things well, like follow through. Maybe you are getting into your stance, setting your whole point up correctly, all those things. Sit down and kind of think about that. Think about what you need to focus on to improve your scores over the rest of this shooting season, and think about what you need to keep doing well in order to maintain consistency. And of course, the next thing, you probably could have guessed this one, but that you're going to need to do to have success in the next rest of this shooting season is to actually go out and start practicing again. So a lot of times it's too cold to practice, or snow on the ground. You know, I practiced with snow on the ground before and it's an interesting experience, but anyway, it can be a little bit chilly for a lot of people to practice in the dead heart of winter. So it's time to get out there and start practicing a little bit again. And by having your gun set up well, by knowing what you need to do to be successful the rest of the season, you can go out and you can start to practice. You can get the rust off. You can start executing at a high level again, and you can go out there and just make sure you're ready to just start breaking targets at a high level. The very last thing that I want you to do to make sure you're successful over this next season, to make sure you're ready for this next season, is to go out there, and this one may be strange, but to shoot with a group again. So a lot of times, if you're like me, whenever I'm shooting in the winter, I shoot a lot by myself, which is a very good thing. And over the years, I've done that a lot. But sometimes it's good to go out there and shoot with a group again, to get into the rhythm of actually being on a squad, because whenever you're shooting ATA, very rarely are you going to shoot by yourself. Obviously, you know, probably 99.9% of the time you're going to have a squad member. Only in very rare circumstances are you going to shoot by yourself. So take a little bit of time, maybe you go out for 1 or 2 practices, get all your ATA buddies together and go out there and shoot, and get used to the rhythm of being in a squad of 5 people again. Because this is something I've found, is that I can go out there whenever I'm shooting by myself and just, you know, go pull, bang, load the shell, pull, bang, load the shell, pull, bang. You get the point. Go way, way, way too fast. Whereas whenever I'm on a squad, it forces me to slow down a little bit because I'm waiting on the other guys to shoot. So it's a little bit of change of pace, a little bit of change of rhythm that can mess you up if it's your first time shooting in a tournament after an off season. So you can help reduce that effect by just going out and shooting with your ATA buddies, your friends, and get a full squad of you together and go out and shoot some targets and have a good time together. That's my 4 tips for helping you to prepare coming out of an off season, going into a season. Same principle if you've been injured or whatever. Anytime that you've had an extended break from shooting, you can take these principles of making sure your gun still fits, knowing what you need to do to be successful, and getting out there and practicing with a squad of people, sprinkling that in. You can take these principles for any time you have an extended break from shooting. You can take these ideas and they'll help you to learn and to grow and to get back into the rhythm of things so that you're ready for the next rest of this part of this season. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope this video helps you out. What are you excited about in 2019 for shooting? Let me know in the comments. You can subscribe to my channel here. You can check out a couple more videos here. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a blessed day.